Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is actually going to be a two-part mashup video. This is Dave from DNA Reptilia, and I have box 1 right here, right now. And here's box 2. This is the game changer. Let's show you both of them right now. Let's go. Once again, this is Dave from DNA Reptilia, and we are doing a mashup video. I gotta do part 1 of the video today. Next week I'll be doing part 2, but they're gonna be through the movie magic. You're gonna see it all in one shot. So what we have here is a Patreon pairing from GDH Reptiles. I actually won the Patreon pairing. How he does Patreon pairing: you pay the $10 a month for Patreon. From October through October, you have the option to be in the running for the Patreon pairing. The Patreons choose what pairing from the options that they give us that we would prefer to probably have some eggs from. And then there's a backup. When there's eggs, he writes numbers on them, 1 through whatever. Patreons choose what egg is what they think is more viable before he even cuts. He cuts the egg, whatever's in the egg goes up for the Patreon auction, or not auction, but goes through the Patreon pairing for the raffle, sort of. And how this year it was me and 20 other people. Some people had more than one spot because they're a higher tier on the Patreon. Me, I had one spot. So at minimum, there's 20 other spots I could have been chosen for sure. How he chooses: he has a dice roller in one tab. He rolls a number, whatever that number is. He goes to another tab that has a list of people, and he randomizes the list. This is online somewhere. He randomizes the list that many times, and whoever's on top is the winner. So happens I was the winner this time. This is what was in egg number 6 on the Patreon pairing. You're asking, what's in this box? I will show you, but make sure you stay tuned for what's in the second box in the next week, because that will go with this and also with the biggest project that we're attempting to do this next coming season. Now mind you, I had this delivered to work. I picked up the bag. I opened it up, picked up the bag, made sure the snake was alive. Told Dave that yes, it's alive. He can stop worrying about it. But I don't peek at the snake because it doesn't make for a good surprise. Polyfoam. Polyfoam is nice because it gives a nice little cush, and it still allows the snake to move around. Like I said, this is actually a hatchling that has 5-6 meals now, I do believe. So it was able to be shipped. Da-da-da. And what are you? It's almost like one of the ones I hatched out, but it's a lot different. This, ladies and gents, is fairly simple. It is actually a lesser, but it is also a het genetic stripe. Granted, yes, I have lesser as het pied, but I don't have lesser as het genetic stripe. I do have genetic stripe. I do have a couple genetic stripe males, or het genetic stripe males, and I have 2 genetic stripe females. So this will actually fit into the project very well. So that is reptile, animal, or snake, ball python, part 1. Now the second part we're going to cut to right about now. This is the second snake that we picked up. This one wasn't free. but it was offered to me from, well, let's say the founder of the gene that this guy is. I'm not going to say his name yet because it's going to give it completely away right now. I asked the gentleman real nicely, you know, out of the clutch that I hatched this year, if I was correct on the genetics, because 3 of them were what I believed had the gene that he founded. I just wanted to be double sure that they actually had that gene in there. And he said, even with all my experience, I could actually be wrong, but yes, I do see that gene in all 3 of those animals. I was happy he took the time to actually reply and say yes, which made me even happier. And then he goes along and says that he has one that is older, and it doesn't have another gene involved with it, but it does have the other gene that is included with what I'm trying to do. And I'm like, really? Okay. Yes, I'm curious. Now, what was the going price? He sent me the price. He sent me the photos, which I was ecstatic about. He looks very good in those photos. And then he told me the size. And then the price was way better because of it. This male is 1,200 grams. He technically is breeder size. Considered to be adult. He said an older juvenile. Yeah, technically is, but I was expecting like 700 grams, 800 grams, somewhere around there. No, this boy is 1,200 grams. I think I'm going to open it up. I mean, I did open up the box, make sure the animal was alive, because this was an import. It was actually imported last month, towards the end of the month, and it was held in Florida until I was able to finish paying for it. That was completely this person's idea, is to hold it in Florida until I fully paid for it. And I told him after a specific show I should be able to finish paying for it. And it was completely his idea, which threw me for a loop. He said he just needed 20% down. Now, if you've been following along on our videos, been watching videos, I gave you guys a hint that I put 20% down on an animal. That was a couple clutches ago. The animal's now here. I'm nervous because this is a gene I've been following for a long time. Probably for about 2 years now I've been following this gene. And what I'm hoping to make with this male, to my knowledge, because I was told by the gene founder that the combo has not been fully made yet. It's been half made. He made half, which one of them is right here. He probably has more that he is not selling. And I have half that I hatched this year. He just got the first half done first. Yes, I retaped up the ends so I wouldn't have any issues. It's a big box. Since it was a little cooler at work today, some 65 degrees, I left this on top, which was the heat pack that they put in. They actually had a heat pack and a cryo pack in there. It was probably warmer down there, and it probably took longer for the heat pack to actually get warm. So the cryo pack helped keep the animal cooler while it was in Florida. And once the heat pack kicked in, it helped keep the animal warm when it came up here to Wisconsin. Now, to be honest, I already have this gene, but it's mixed up with 2 other genes, and I tried to separate them this year. Well, That was in clutch 1. Clutch 2, I think, is being laid. Well, let me check. Clutch 2 is, from that dad, has not been laid yet. It would be clutch 9 altogether this year. But this mail will make it easier for me to create the super version. If you haven't put 2 and 2 together yet, I'm still not going to tell you. Ugh. Big bag. Let's get you down. Alright. I'm guessing, oh, rubber band. Dun, dun, dun. Oh. Wow. Holy. I haven't seen one of these in technically a single gene form. Well, technically there's 2 genes in this, but in a single gene form in person yet. Always been seeing them online in combos, and wow, he's cool though. I mean, he's cool in temperature wise. Oh man, this is emotional. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, he's definitely on the cooler side. What we have here, let's zoom in. This is a hurricane with no codoms or dominant genes involved. $1,200 hurricane male. Nice cool belly. Wow, the patterns are really wonky. But like I said at the beginning of the video, this boy, since you notice the first snake was Het Genetic Stripe, that's what this boy is too. He is Hurricane Het Genetic Stripe, produced from Hans Winter himself, and that's where it came from. This is our first import. It's one of my favorite genes, and I got it from the founder of it, from Germany. He's excited for me to produce the world's first genetic stripe hurricane, because not to his knowledge, no one has produced it yet. Not even him. He has hets. Here is one of them. He probably has a couple females that are close to this size, so there is a chance he might be able to make one this year. But I have better odds because I have a visual genetic stripe female. His genetic stripe is a male, so he's waiting for females to grow up. This will also help me to produce the Hayabusa genetic stripe. As you know from previous videos, from one of my clutch updates, that we produced 3 Hurricane het genetic stripes. 1 male and 2 females. All 3 of them, unfortunately, still had spider in them. So I can't really breed them together to hopefully create a Hayabusa. So I was tempted to redo the pairing again to try to create a Hurricane het genetic stripe, kind of like this guy. That was my first thought until Hans Winter stepped in and said, hey, I have this male, here's the price, do you want to do it? And I couldn't say no. Now I also I have other plans for this guy to go to some other females that do have spider but have other genes besides Mojave and Pastel. So I can actually put this guy in with some of those and not have to worry about spider complex, which is nice. Granted, there'll be Paz het genetic, or Paz het genetic stripes because he's a het. He's 100%. He was produced by a nice full striped male genetic stripe, which is almost just like our females. So this guy has had a long trip. He looks very healthy. He looks perfect for a male that I like. I don't like him overly chunky. I like him nice and slender. Give him a couple weeks, and I will try to feed him and see if he likes our food here in the States. See if he likes our breeder rats, but holy crud. Ha 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 ha. Our first import, and it's actually our most expensive ball python to date that we have purchased. So this is a huge step. We're going into season 3. We got our pairings already starting, and Betty will be ready in December, January, somewhere on there, ready to start getting pairing. By then, this guy will be ready. I should know if he'll be more willing to pair then. But Hans Winter, thank you for finding this gene. Thank you for being a nice person and offering this male to me. Oh, I love this gene. I love what it does to everything, and nobody knows what it does to genetic stripe. This gene is so strong, it explodes spider. And I've seen other genetic stripes from some other strong genes, and it's insane. Hopefully a Hurricane genetic stripe is what I am hoping it's gonna be. Because we all know, well, some of us know, like I said at the beginning of the video, Hurricane and Lesser work very, very well together. And that's why I was happy to get the Patreon pairing as a Lesser het genetic stripe, because I'm going to stick Hurricane to it and make Hurricane Lessers and Hurricane Lesser genetic stripes and Lesser genetic stripes and Hurricane genetic stripes and Hurricane Lessers and blah blah blah. Sometimes the simple gene combos are the best. This is Dave from DNA Reptilia. Since I just got done with work, I need to relax because I am hyped up over this boy, and I need to get him in quarantine, make sure that everything is all good, that he's eating stuff before he goes to work, girls. So I'm going to sign out for this video. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and follow along on our journey to make a world's first Hurricane genetic stripe. Till then, we're out.